Hello, and welcome to the Ohio Valley True Crime Podcast. I'm your host, Elizabeth. To discuss this week's case and other true crime stuff, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at OVTrueCrime. This case is a quick one from 1991. It's short, but it's very important because time is running out. The killers in this case are known to police, but they still need more proof before they can make an arrest. So if you're from the Putnam County area of Indiana, listen, and if you know anything, you might be able to help solve this case. And now, let's begin. In the early hours of August 27th, 1991, 28-year-old Marsa Gipson was doing something that most of us do every day. She was driving. Marsa was driving back to Terre Haute with her boyfriend in her 1984 Chevy Camaro down I-70 near mile marker 33 in Putnam County, Indiana. It was around 1:30 a.m., and as her car drove under the underpass for Manhattan Road, two large rocks, one weighing around 22 pounds, were dropped from the overpass. Both rocks broke through the car's windshield, one of which struck Marsa in the head and chest, and she was pronounced dead at the scene. Another person driving a truck behind her was also injured by falling debris. This was not a shocking one-time incident. Marsa's murder was the culmination of months of incidents that involved multiple suspects throwing rocks from the overpass. In fact, from July to August of 1991, there were 7 to 8 reported cases of rocks and other debris being thrown from that overpass and the overpass a few miles away. None of the other incidents had caused serious injury or death, although one of them did result in a truck driver receiving a broken leg after a rock broke through his windshield. Police knew that during the other attacks, there were at least 5 to 6 people on the overpass at the time. The group was described as men and women in their early 20s who considered throwing things off of an overpass to be fun. Within days of the murder in August, the police had zeroed in on the group that had been involved with the previous attacks. While police still haven't named the suspect in the years after the murder, Putnam County Prosecutor Timothy Bookwalter told the press that the suspects were local, knew each other, and were the only two from the larger group who didn't have an alibi on the night of the murder. Allegedly, according to the two suspects, they had been drinking together at a bar in Cloverdale and had eventually left and just drove around the rest of the night. They were each other's only alibi. However, a man living on Manhattan Road said he saw a pickup stop near his property and pick up a large rock like the one that killed Marsa. The case went cold almost immediately. After Marsa's murder, the rock throwing finally stopped. Not concerned about the lives of the people driving underneath, the murderers seemed to have been concerned enough about their own lives to not risk getting caught. Marsa's family, especially her 2 children, are still hoping for answers. Unfortunately, that hope has ended for Marsa's mother, who died, still heartbroken over not getting justice for her daughter. The case is a frustrating one because the police feel that they know who did it. The suspects know that they're suspects, but there just isn't enough evidence to take to trial. This is another case where someone knows something and could finally get Marsa Gipson the justice that she and her family deserves. It might be hard to understand how, after 28 years, the killer or killers have not slipped up or said anything to someone about the killing, but we have to remember, the type of people who would throw rocks from an overpass are not the type of people to really care about others or feel guilty about their actions. It's probable that they've convinced themselves that it was just an accident and not really a murder, so because it was an accident, they shouldn't really face consequences. Unfortunately, the statute of limitations has run out for the police to charge the suspects with anything but first-degree murder, and to convict them of that, they are going to definitely need witnesses to step forward. If you know anything about the murder of Marsa Gipson, please contact the Indiana State Police at 765-653-4114. What do you think about this crime and the fact that the suspects might get away with it? Let me know on Twitter or Instagram at OVTrueCrime, or stop by the Twitch stream next Monday at twitch.tv/OVTrueCrime. This isn't the first case that I've heard about people throwing things from overpasses and killing or harming others. Have they happened in your area? Did the people get caught? Let me know. Thanks for listening, and now here are some other awesome podcasts.
Dumb and busted pop quiz hotshot.
Kay, hit me.
A pervy arsonist who has a weird thing for men's shoes.
Episode 5, fire starter.
Yes. Twins who box for work and murder for fun.
Episode 42, cray cray.
Yes. Last one. Creepiest creeper who terrorizes a family with handwritten letters.
Episode 39, watch out.
Hell yeah. For true crime stories of insane stupidity and exceptional genius, listen and subscribe to Dumb and Busted on iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts.